Hi, Jen.
Good evening. How are you today?
Good evening to you, Jen. Am I late?
No.
No, I thought I'm late.
Maybe.
Yeah, because I have other classes before you. So I'll say Tuesday and Thursday, I have classes before you. So I might be late sometimes because they are kids. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I will be late most of the time. So now, Jen, what did you do today? How was your day?
Yes, my day as usual. Today I wake up at 6:30
Mm-hmm.
and I be lazy today. I wake up late.
You feel lazy today. May I ask why?
Yeah, because our early morning is heavy rain, so I really like it. So I I enjoy
Mm,
sleeping.
that's why. I thought maybe you are tired. So because of the rain, you were like a bit lazy. Okay.
Yeah.
And what about
And
your afternoon? Yeah.
yeah, afternoon. Today I do some new cake and bread for the in my I in my new menu.
Yeah, I remember you told me that one. But Jen, do you
Yes.
usually make new cake like every day or every week? How often do you make new recipes?
I think it's depend on the season
Decision
and
of
seasonal. You
okay.
know.
Seasonal.
Yes, and if we uh, do business, we have many kind of we have our customer and our customer request some different kind of cake and we have to make. And for us, for me, like 3 months or 4 months, we will change a menu. We will change in the menu. This means like 1 year we change like 4 or 3 times.
Okay. So I thought it's like
Uh,
every week you
yes,
have new cake. So it's just after 4 months or 3 months you change your foods again, right? Okay.
yes.
Ah, now I see. I thought it's like kind of every week or every day you change foods.
And yesterday you asked me about the vaccine, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah, actually, I have planned already like 3 weeks ago, but in Ho Chi Minh City, you know Ho Chi Minh City, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes, so they many K per day, so I think the government they
Ah,
priority, right?
priority that
For the
city.
vaccine, for yeah, for them. So
Oh,
until now, I don't have any new plan yet, so just to wait. Anyway, my place living here is too self, so I think we can wait for longer. For another place, they need urgent. So
I hope I can do that too. Like, I just need to wait. But in my province, so I will be going home this Saturday. I'm in the city now. So I will be going back to my old place, to my mother's place. And they have a lot of cases there. So I wanted to have a vaccine before I will go home this weekend. But
in,
sad to
in
say,
Vietnam,
mhm,
in Vietnam now, like 1 week already, every day the same around 7 or 8,000 new case per day. so terrible.
Oh, it's the same here in the
And
Philippines.
mhm.
Yeah, same.
And also most in Vietnam already clocked down.
You locked down again? Why?
Yeah, most in my country. I think around 80% already in my country on lockdown.
Whoa, that is very hard. Yeah,
Yeah.
in my country, I think it will start tomorrow in big cities. Yeah, it will start for a lockdown for 2 weeks, I guess, or 1 month. It depends on the case, because the cases now are too high. There are two kinds of virus already. I don't know the first one and the stronger one. Yeah, and it is already in my country. So it is like very easy to catch the virus. Before, it's like you need to talk or you need to hold something, right? Hold someone that has a virus. Now, even you are far from that person, even you are very, very far, then you are talking to them. No, you can, let's say, get the virus already. And for me, it's kind of scary because it's in my city now. So I want to have the vaccine, but it's so hard because they prioritize old people, health workers, government officials, police. So, and also, I think people that has um, illness, I think. Yeah. So they have like kidney problems, heart problems. They prioritize those people. So if me, I'm not sick, I will
Yeah.
be on the end part. So I need to wait for longer. Yeah. It's so hard to get a vaccine. And you will not know the next month there will be no vaccine again. So, that is very hard. Now, Jin, are you ready with our topic for today? Because yesterday we don't have a class at all. Yeah. It was it was so funny because they were like very, very late to respond. I don't know what did they do. Some of my teachers also, they were late for 10 minutes. Yeah. Luckily I'm not late. Them, they cannot go inside the room yesterday. Yeah. It was very weird. But now we're going to be talking a new topic today. So, we're going to be talking about buyers, sellers, and the market. Speaking of, I have
Ah,
a task like this morning. So, yeah, I have another task in my other
oh,
company. So, it's like about finance or accounting or whatsoever. So, now, Jen, let's have a little review. Do you have the book?
yes.
Okay. Now, Jen, can you tell me about what was our last lesson, the last book?
Yes, our lesson is 41. We talking about s- solving solution. Or,
Giving solutions. Okay. Now,
yeah.
can you tell me
And
again,
yes.
how do we give solution to people with problem? What do
Can you
you
say again?
Okay. How do you give solution, or how will you solve the problem of some people? What will you do first?
Ah, you mean the network?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's basic thing. We have to listen first
Mm-hmm.
and feel empathy with them
Okay.
and say sorry,
Mm-hmm.
and then we action the solve the problem.
Oh, yes. And also, don't forget, we need to also think about what should we do to so it will not happen again, right? Because even we solve the problem, sometimes it will happen again and you are not ready again, right? So maybe it's much better that you will think or talk to your, let's say, people, what should you do next? Now, Jen, let's talk about things. Oh no, I don't know if we can watch a video, but I think we can't. Now, so we're not going to watch a video because it's just kind of a waste of time for me. Yeah, because the video is kind of it's a funny video. But Jim, let's go to buyers, sellers, and the market. Do you have that book? The page?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Jen, I will ask you some questions first. Can you tell me for you, what do we mean by market?
Market.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to me the market they is selling about the fruits, vegetable, and like um, yeah,
Okay.
we
But what is the difference between market and supermarket?
supermarkets is bigger than markets and like they selling more very more item than the market and to me the nowadays in Vietnam
Mm-hmm.
the people they refer to the market supermarket than the market because they feel safe more safe or safer
Ah, yeah.
about the food.
Yes.
Yes, because for example, you buy the fish or meat or vegetable, they still have in the aircon or on ice or in fridge or I mean the chiller or something. And and for the markets, they just put on the table. No, nothing to cover, nothing to serve.
Mm,
You feel like that, and also you can buy anything, even shopping in the supermarket.
oh, I agree on that because markets sometimes they're, you like you said, there's no cover on the foods, right? And sometimes the
Yes.
foods are old on the market. That's why a lot of
So that
people
yes,
prepare the supermarket because
and
mhm, it is much.
and
And
also
also,
and also you think when you buy the maybe you buy in a supermarket a little bit more expensive, but
mhm.
you feel confident to buy it because uh, everything they sell in the supermarket. You know exactly where it's come from.
I agree because when we
Yeah.
say market, yeah, it is cheap, right? Much cheaper, so you can save money. But sometimes you don't know if it is safe. People will say, "Oh, this is kind of new. This is fresh. Can you buy blah blah blah?" Then, when you go home, you just found out that those meat or what you buy are
But,
old.
but
Hmm.
however, the market is more convinced for you.
True, I agree because
Yeah, because because you if you go to the market, you just come by and you stop and you can buy
true.
whatever you want. And if you go to the market, take more long time for you. You have to go to the park
Yeah.
and you have to go to upstairs or downstairs or whatever, and then you have to buy, and then again take more time for you. Yes.
I agree. So there are kind of big difference between the two. There will be disadvantages and advantages, right? So it depends on the people. Where do you usually buy? Now, Jen, for me, can you tell me for you what do you mean by sellers?
Seller, seller, the person who selling something
Hmm. So, like what you can see in the
like
market,
like mm,
and
I think yeah.
okay, what about when we say buyers?
Yes, buyer, the person who buys something, they buy become their own.
Mhm.
Like
True.
I think big very
But you know what? When we say
yeah.
sellers, a lot of people usually use this word. But it's very seldom people will use this one. Vendors, retailers, dealers, they don't often use this when communicating to people. Yeah. So they usually use this one if you are talking in a formal way, like you are talking to your boss or to your client or your big boss. So I think you're gonna be using this one. And when it comes to buyers, people don't usually use consumer and clients. Usually people say buyers and customers. But me, I usually use the word clients than customers. Maybe I'm used to it. Now, Jim, we're gonna be talking about those words. So, can you go to the next page?
And I have one more thing
Oh yeah, what is it?
about the client or customer.
Mm-hmm.
In my hospitality industry,
Mm-hmm.
the customer come to my hotel. They stay in hotel. We don't call this they are customers, but we call them guests.
Oh, yeah. I remember that one too. Oh, yes. So when they come from, let's say, or they will go to the hotel, you will call them guests, right? You will not call them clients or customers. Ah, okay. But I guess, is there a difference, Jim? Yeah, when we say customers and guests, what will be the difference?
I think the customer or clients, the company, like a business company or whatever company, they call client or customer.
Mm-hmm.
But in my hotel, we never call, oh, that's our customer. No, that's we call, that's our guest in house.
Oh, I remember that one
Yeah.
because when I go to the hotel, yeah, most of the time they will call you a guest, not a client or customer. But so, do they have the same meaning or they are different from each other?
I think seminar but different about the industry.
Okay.
I think like the guest may be more polite or more friendly. I don't know, but uh, in the hotel or resort, for example, you come to my hotel.
Hmm.
Okay, we call you you are our guest, not you
I
are our customer.
I think, like you said, yeah, it depends on what kind of industry. Because when we
But
say,
but
mhm.
but first of all, in our company, you cannot call your customer yes. It's not correct.
Oh yeah, it's not correct too. Because when we say
Yeah.
customer, they are like people that maybe wanna buy something, right? Yeah. For me, when we say client, they are big people that want to invest from your company. Yeah. It's like your manager too. So for me that is also a client. When we say a guest, like you said, staying in the room, staying in a place, that is what we call the guest. So everything is very different. Yeah. So they have the same meaning, but this say I'll say different ideas. I think. Yeah. So different. But Jen, let's go to the next page so we will know. Your phone is keep. Does your phone keep on ringing?
No, on my phone I have so many groups
Ah, yeah.
in my company, in my line groups. So many groups. So and maybe because I talk to you by phone, I
Yeah.
talk with you by phone. Why um,
I
my
remember.
friend has sent me a chat something. Yeah, it's a sorry.
Oh, it's okay, Jen. I remember that one that you told me your laptop is not working well. Then you're using only the phone, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember
I
that.
called you one time and not
Hmm.
calling, but I will try tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, you called me one time, but the mic.
I will try, I will try I will try call you tomorrow by laptops.
Maybe it will work, hopefully. But if not work, do you have any kind of earphones you can use like this? The small ones?
Yes, I have.
Maybe you can try to use that on your laptop. So, because the sound of your laptop will adapt to the mic of the laptop. So, I will hear the sound of the laptop like running. Yeah, the last time I was like, oh, my ears. Like, the laptop was like, "Ging," the whole time. Yeah, I cannot hear you. So maybe you use that one. Maybe I can hear you well. Now, Jen, so these are the meanings that you will be having. So we're gonna be learning them, but I think you already give me the meaning. But there are some words that I want you to tell me. Do you have the book or the page? Hmm.
Yes.
Okay. We're done with the customer, right? So, like you said, a person who buys
Okay.
things. But what is a customer base? Yeah.
Hmm?
What is a customer
Sorry.
base? The next word, customer base.
Customer.
Mm-hmm. Base.
Yeah, the customer, a person who buys the goods and a service, right?
Yes. What about the next word?
Ah, customer base.
Mm-hmm.
People who buy or use particular products or service.
So they're like almost the
What's
same, right?
different?
They don't have any kind of like difference, but the only thing is customer base usually they only use like um products that they are used to. Example, I want to buy a makeup or a skincare, but I don't want to buy other skincare. I just want to buy that product. So I will look for it. That is a base. I will focus on the product that I'm used to. I will not buy products that I'm not used to. Yes. Yeah. Because sometimes your face or something like for your face, it will react suddenly. Yeah. So that is me. I tried to use different ones for a while, but my face reacted. I got so many pimples on my face. So that's why I don't want to buy anymore things that I'm not used to. Yes. Now, this is the one that we have.
Ah,
So we talk about client, right? Oh, what is a client? Still a customer. Hmm.
client, a customer or someone who receives service.
Services, right? So client and customer are still the same,
Service.
but it depends on how you put them into your sentence. Because client is a formal way, a very formal way. Now, what about the next one, Jin?
Client space
Mm-hmm.
on the customers of a business when they are considered as a group.
Oh, yes. When we say client, it's only
Mhm.
one. Client base or clientele means a group of clients. So they're like a big, let's say, group, like maybe five or four customers. So that is what we call client. Oh, we don't have this one, right? The let's say number five. Hmm. What is a user and end user?
User and user, someone who uses the product, machine, or service.
Oh, now I have a question, Jin. For you, is there a difference between user and end user, or they are the same?
Actually, user use someone use the product, machine or service. I think use the person who maybe they come to the gym club something. They use the exercise machine or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's we can call them user, right?
Yes. So that is also a user
It's
because
correct.
yes, it's correct because they are using also the product of the gym. Now, you can say also
Yeah.
that is a machine, right? Equipment. So that is also a user because you're using it. Yes. What about consumer? What is a consumer for you?
Consumer, the person buy goods or services for their own use.
So is it like same as sellers?
Mm,
Oh, buyers, I think. Consumer buyers, right? Are they the same?
buy the
Mm-hmm. Buyer and consumer.
consumer material. No, I think yeah, yeah. Um,
Hmm.
I think the consumer, the was bigger uh, I think it's the including like customer or clients or user.
Hmm. So that is the consumer.
It's yeah. I think so. What I think.
What you think. Now then, don't confuse yourself because buyer and consumer, they are just the same. Yeah. So
The
buyer,
same.
yeah. Buyer also a person who buy goods. Consumer also a person who buy goods or services. Yeah. The only thing that it
But
but
here they
hmm? That is
but here they mention about consumer is a person who buy goods or services for their own use. What does mean for services for their own use?
so
This means
they will
they
use the
they
product.
they 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 produce and then they use for their own products or what?
Yes, they are. So they are going to use the product or their services for themselves, not for other people. Buyers also doing that. That's why you are buying things because you are going to use or own the service or own the product. You are going to use them. So there's nothing difference between a buyer and a consumer. The only thing consumer is usually used in a big company. So example, you are going to buy in my company. So I will call you a consumer. I will not call you a buyer. Yeah. It's like you are just like you said, client is being used in a big industry. Now, gas is being used in the restaurant or hotel. So, this one they don't have any
Yes.
difference. It depends on how you will put this on your sentence or how you use this when you communicate to a person. Yeah. Don't confuse yourself, okay, Jen? Yeah, they're just the same, only that they have different kind of how do you call this? Um approach when you talk to people. Yeah. Now, Jen, so by the next class, we are going to continue on the next page, okay? So there will be a lot more words that
Yeah.
we are going to talk. Now, Jen, you can take a rest and I will see you again tomorrow, okay? You have a good night. Thank you.
Huh?
Yeah, are you sleeping there? Thank you, Jen. Bye bye. Have a
Bye
good night.
bye. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.